Willkommen zurück bei Your Turn to Die. Es geht weiter mit der finalen Runde des Votes. Weiter sind diesmal Kaiji, Kenna, Sue und Now. Für Sue und Kenna, das war die zweite Zeit. Now und Kaiji sind das erste Mal dabei. Und ich weiß echt nicht, wie das ausgehen wird. Ich habe Vermutung, dass Now und Kaiji sterben könnten, weil wieso sollte für Now gewotet werden? Wer sollte für Now voten? Wer, wirklich? Sie muss der Sacrifice sein, oder? Dass sie für sich selbst geholt hat. Und wir wissen jetzt von Jin, dass er die Rolle behalten hat. Das ist sehr gut zu wissen. Heißt, er ist nicht der Sage geworden. Heißt, von uns da unten im Raum bleiben doch eigentlich nur noch Kaiji übrig, oder? Der den Sage bekommen haben konnte. Warum sonst sollte man tauschen, ne? Den Sage weghaben wollen. Das heißt, Kaiji wäre dann der Sage, Kyutaro der Keymaster und Now der Sacrifice? Fragezeichen. Mal gucken. Sehen wir uns das mal alles an.
By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way. Woof! Didn't get traded with even once, meow. My heart was pounding, wondering when I would get past the bad card, meow. But my road didn't change up to the very end. Woof! I made it through all 5 trades, meow. Oh, das hat aber auch Jin wird leben, ja.
The tokens ranking had Kyutaro in first and Jin in last, if I heard right. Me, you, and Now were near the bottom, right? I don't think we had enough tokens to trade the cards. Ach, doch, Now hatte genug, glaube ich. There were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. So only could make trades. Have 4 trades in total, that ain't many. Was bist du nur? I made it through all 5 trades, meow. Warte, all 5? 5? Warte. Kaiji mit uns. Irgendein Unbekannter mit jemand anderem. Wir mit dem Sacrifice. Warte, 5? War das nicht nur 4? Stimmt, Kyutaro hat einen nicht mitbekommen. Deshalb müssen wir jetzt sein Statement auf Kyutaro anwenden. Was war denn noch für ein Trade? Jetzt bin ich doch verwirrt.
Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong, meow.
What?
There were 5 trades, woof.
5? Wait, huh? By my memory, there were 3 trades. Then I heard there was 1 just before the main game. I get it. You misunderstood, Kyutaro. There were 2 trades while you were out. Ach stimmt, es gab ja noch eine, die wir gar nicht mitbekommen haben. What? That don't make no sense. Jetzt habe ich doch keine Ahnung mehr. Jetzt, mit den 4 bin ich auch klar gekommen. Da habe ich mir gerade reingebracht, dass es Kaiji, Now und Kyutaro sind. Aber jetzt bin ich doch verwirrt. Okay. Jemand von Kyutaro den Keymaster weggetradet haben. Das kann auch sein. Dass Kenna oder Sue Keymaster ist. Okay.
That's our line, meow.
Sorry, nobody's given me an explanation. Oh well, that's on us.
Hey, Kyutaro. When was it that you passed Sarah the sacrifice card? Actually, did you have sacrifice from the start?
Nah, that ain't it. The first card I had was Commoner. Oh, jetzt bin ich noch mehr verwirrt. I get it. That tells me most of the trades.
What? I don't have a clue, woof. What's that mean? Why's that, meow?
Also warum erzählt keiner, wie man den Sage getradet hat? Oder hat doch keiner den Sage getradet? Ah! Because your friendly policeman made the first trade.
For real? Who did you trade what?
I gave Sarah the Keymaster.
Huh?
Then what card did Sarah start with? I had no reason to lie, but ich war Commoner. At first, I was Commoner.
You traded Keymaster for Commoner? Meow?
And I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. I'm the first trade. I passed the Keymaster into Sarah's hands. In the second trade, what got traded? Sarah's Commoner. Someone sacrificing Kyutaro's Commoner. Ja. Exactly. Someone's sacrifice was swapped with Jutero's commoner. And in the third trait, Terra's keymaster and Jutero's sacrifice were swapped. Yup, that's what I meant.
Muslim gorilla, tell us everything you can remember, meow. We're gonna have you tell us all the details of the third trait.
Ugh. Stimmt, das heißt, das muss dann der Sacrifice Trait gewesen sein. Das heißt, der Sage wurde gar nicht gefällt, das gibt jetzt auf einmal alles Sinn. Okay. Aber das heißt doch dann auch, dass Kaiji nicht der Sage ist. Oh, ich weiß alles nicht mehr.
At the time of the third trait, I was searching the first floor alone, meow. So I wanna know the situation. Wuff.
Wer votet für Kenner? Fällt mir gerade auch auf, wer hat für Kenner gewotet?
The third trait happened while everyone was sharing the laptop.
These traits, I'd better keep them sorted out in my head too. You can now sort out the details of the traits. Ah, okay. Okay, let's get all this straight. The top row of this table is what cards everyone had to start with. Those further to the right had more tokens to spend. In broad strokes, at least. Okay. The next row is what cards everyone had after the first trade. Below this is after the second trade. Below that is after the second trade, after the third trade, and so on and so forth. Okay, it's then the fifth trade. The bottom row is after the fifth trade. In other words, the roads they ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework it if new information comes up. Ja, genau. Warte, wie können wir das machen? Ah, okay. Warte, warum sind die jetzt hier unten? Hä? Ich bin verwirrt. Okay, warte. Sacrifice, was ist das denn? Fifth trade performed by Ponder, fifth trade, everyone's final votes. Also, wie viel das mal kommen? Ach, so ist das, wir geclaimed haben am Ende, ne? Er claimt Sacrifice, er claimt Keymaster. Genau so war das. Okay. Keymaster, dann haben wir Keymaster bekommen und da kommt dann Ponder First Trade. Das heißt Ponder dann, dass wir uns damit beschäftigen oder dass wir es dann eintragen? Was genau heißt das? Aber okay. Was sagt ihr alle? Searching the first floor alone, meow. Search rate happened while everyone was sharing the laptop. Was heißt... wir haben noch nicht alle... Oder? Wir haben noch hier Commoner. Keymaster. Und Jutero hat keinen Grund mehr nicht zu sagen, warum er nicht Keymaster sein soll. Das heißt, der ist definitiv Keymaster. Okay, gut zu wissen. Jutero ist der Keymaster. Das heißt, das ist das gleiche geblieben. Ansonsten, was ist denn hier? Everyone's final roles. Ponder? Tell me Sue really took the sacrifice for me. Ah, okay, dann denken wir darüber nach, okay. Ah, okay, das hat es einfach nur. Gut zu wissen, okay. Ich dachte, man könnte das auch noch vielleicht irgendwie ein bisschen selber bearbeiten. Okay. Dann pressen wir sie mal ein bisschen aus. Jutero, der dritte Trade, bitte. Jutero, why aren't you talking?
At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, meow. I was off doing all the stuff by myself, woof. I wanted to see the laptop, meow.
What stuff did you do exactly?
It's not relevant right now, woof.
Okay, das ist seltsam, aber es ist wirklich relevant gerade.
I was worrying because you were acting strange, Sarah. To think you would be traded the sacrifice. Damn, Jutero, you're gonna make the trade on the spot and then act all innocent.
Huh? Something strange here. Ja, eben. Das interessiert mich gerade auch. Why won't you deny it, Jutero? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. Genau darum ging's mir. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? Ah, wir müssen wieder sein Herz berühren. Let me touch you. Okay. Stimmt, das meinte ich nämlich vorhin. Ich war nur verwirrt, weil das Game ist irgendwie so... Oh Gott. Okay, dann... Okay, dein Herz schlägt wieder. Wir haben ihn wiederbelebt. Oh, Glück gehabt. Be as silent as you want. It's no use. Spit it all out, Kitaro. I meant to cooperate. With Sarah. With everyone. But I got used for convenience. A pathetic adult. The third rate. My sacrifice being set to Sarah. It wasn't me. It was Sue's doing. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Sue knew it. He knew I had to sacrifice. What? When everybody was sharing the laptop, Sue wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Sarah's keymaster. Don't know a thing about that. Wait a second. He chose two other people and made them trade? You can do that? It must be possible, huh? So you can't say that with confidence. So, isn't it about time to confess? Du kannst also von anderen Leuten auch noch die Trades swappen. Du mieses... Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, Kaiji. Duell. War ja klar. Equilibrium, let's go. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? About what? Between the statements to give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. I was in the toilet, so I couldn't either. Kitaro couldn't do the third trade. Das ist falsch, du kannst auch nicht gewesen sein. No, you didn't go to the bathroom. Were you watching me? I mean, thought not. Glad you're not a pervert. Okay, dann gehen wir halt da oben mit. Dann affirmen wir das. Exactly, because he... irgendwas. He was with us, glaube ich. Keine Ahnung. The question is, how did you know the sacrifice? Sheesh. Just rolling on her head with these assumptions that I knew. Did he learn about Kitaro's sacrifice via hacking? Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Nein, ich glaube nicht. Did he learn about Kitaro's sacrifice via hacking? Das hat er später gemacht. Er hat erst später gehackt. Ich mag das Sprite, diesen roten, dem blauen Auge. So böse und gut. Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Konnte er das? Ich weiß es gerade nicht. Nein? No, peeking would be impossible. Oh yeah? Then I guess I couldn't have done it. Is my suspicion cleared? That was wrong. Yeah. I cannot set the balance. Let's start over. Ja, bla bla bla. Das wissen wir. Ja, wer mit uns? Das wurde also gesagt. Also das ist falsch. Did he learn about Kitaro's sacrifice via hacking? Nein? No, I doubt even Sue could do such a thing. Is there any other way? Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Precisely, you saw it directly. Kitaro's intent was to negotiate with Sue. As condition for his trade, he showed Sue his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Such an active imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination to consider what the negotiation was like? Kitaro started to negotiate outside Sue's bedroom. Huh? Were you watching or what? Kitaro started to negotiate outside Sue's bedroom door. Das hatten wir über die Kameras gesehen. Yes, even Sue's already recognized that fact. That's right. How did Sue react to Kitaro's proposition? He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. Not brave enough to let in Kyutaro. From quickly and struck the deal. Not brave enough to let Kyutaro in. Das ist absoluter Blödsinn, das können wir ignorieren, glaube ich. Ich glaube, es geht hier rum. Ich glaube, es ist falsch. No, I'm sure Sue was on guard. Kyutaro had taken the laptop from him once before. Sue wouldn't let him in the room, no questions asked. Then why did they make a deal through the door? How amusing. I just thought of a way. Kyutaro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? Slipped under the door. Ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube nicht. Könnte. Nee, ich glaube, das ist nicht möglich. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? Nein, ja. Nein, wenn du ihn. No, he wasn't considering it. Okay, warte. Okay, nee, mir ging es eigentlich darum, dass er ihn ja. Wie heißt das? Blackmailen könnte. Deshalb dachte ich, das wäre so richtig. Aber nee, okay. Tyro slips the table under the door. Nein? No, it must have been some other method. That destroying the door with superhuman strength? Or maybe that's closer to a threat than a deal. Ah! Ja. Okay, erstmal bald muss ich hier firmen. Das hier? Of course he must have considered a betrayal. Then he wouldn't risk it, would he? Nein! Ich darf von vorne anfangen, ne? Warte, das muss ich affirmen. Ich bin mir manchmal hier einfach nicht sicher. Könnt ihr das? Ja, das könnt ihr tun. Negotiation outside bedroom. Ja, das hat er sogar gesagt. Construct the deal. Nein, das war falsch. Genau, und hier ist jetzt das hier richtig. That's it. Exactly. That's what Kyutaro did to propose his deal. Sue must have been fairly wary of Kyutaro, who could best him using force. So Kyutaro informed him that he was a sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. Interessant. So, you had yet another objective on top of tokens in the Sarah folder. To control the sacrifices you wanted. You got it. Huh? After the second trade, me and Kenna were working on the escape plan. Then I heard Kyutaro through the door. "Wanna make a deal?" he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slipped his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up just so I would share the laptop. What do you know? Sarah, you saw the first floor security footage, right? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I'll tell ya. They told me, set up the props used for the death game. Then it's true. You set up the cards. Yeah, of course I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kaiti's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card I just placed at random. That's why I had at least wanted to get Kaiti's laptop back one more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens.
100? Wow. No shit, that's enough for 2 trades.
But you left yourself enough for just 1 trade. How cunning, pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. Say again? Adult, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first, and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the third trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do all this to me? But you went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The fourth trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? Nein.
What are you talking about?
I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? Ich hatte keine Tokens. Didn't even have enough tokens, I couldn't do any trades. No tokens? That's hard to believe.
Quiet, Loner. I was with Big Sarah for the fourth trade. Woof.
So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then. Well, it must have been an ally who did it for you. Kaiji, you took the sacrifice for Miss Sarah, didn't you? But what's the meaning of this? It's really very simple. The two of them were accomplices. Miss Sarah and Kaiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of said sacrifice, they schemed to escape by working together and having Kaiji win the vote. I suspect the fifth trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Kaiji making a bluff. They just picked two random commoners to have traded.
Then the sacrifice is Kaiji?
That's all a wild publication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the fifth trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the nose. If my reasoning is correct, Kaiji is the sacrifice and the sage is now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Yep, so it may well be fine to have Miss Sarah die this time. Wait a second! At the start, you said you were the sacrifice? Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner. No way, then wouldn't you in the same boat as me? Huh, I see. Guess choosing anybody but Kaiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kenna, since she's the least valuable. So. Enough. Huh? It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to just believe that? So, you're just dying to say I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? The Solve Keymaster. Unfortunately, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? The Keymaster is Kyotaro, though. Looks like we got him good. My real role is Sage. Kyotara's the Sage? Ridiculous. That's impossible. It's impossible, alright. And as a Sage, I make an announcement. Kaiji is without a doubt the Keymaster. It can't be true. That's all. You are on the right track to think accomplices. But it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Kyotaro. Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyotaro. Was geht hier ab? Ich verstehe gar nichts mehr. First, when Sue betrayed me with a sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard about what happened, I proposed to Kyotaro that we team up.
And so in the first trade, Kaiji and Kyotaro's card got traded. The fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now. Meow.
Hold on. Kyotaro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? Oh Gott. Was geht schon wieder ab? Seeing you acting funny, Sarah, I was convinced the sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Kaiji noticed me then and came to talk. Persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what Sue was thinking after all. And so I trusted Kaiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. All of them? Was passiert hier? Wie viel hat er noch übrig? Gar kein, er hatte noch 50, er hat noch 150, genau. Was hast du zu sagen?
I'm getting confused.
Danke, hat jetzt nicht gerade geholfen.
I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out, meow. He used the whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner. Woof. Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the 4th trade, meow. And he couldn't have traded. Woof.
I mean, Kaiji could do the trade himself, but... Is he panicking? He has worked out this logic. Ja. Wir team up. Was war's nochmal? So he couldn't... Okay, das heißt, wir müssen das Statement gegen das schießen.
You gave him all your tokens, meow?
Sure did. It seems like that landed way outside Zoo's ballpark. Shut up! Running out of leeway, are we?
I still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that.
After all, Kaiji, why were you able to know about Kitara and the Keymaster? Isn't that the only way to do that during the main game with the sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh. So you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion.
We were able to extract a new statement from Sue. I just have to keep going. Okay, oder auch nicht. Wen müssen wir jetzt ansprechen? Dich?
That's it. When I first spotted him, I just pacified him, since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kutaro and we sorted things over. The 4th trade, I traded my cards with Kutaro's Keymaster. And actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kutaro was passed out. Team Kutaro figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card. Even my noticing of Kutaro's Keymaster.
Das heißt, du hast das dein Card, even my noticing. Irrelevant. Okay, das heißt deins gegen Sue's.
The power of the card? You don't mean... Huh? Yeah. The sage's clairvoyance, of course.
The sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game?
That's what the tablets are for.
You intentionally didn't mention it!
Unraveled all the mysteries now. They shall prove it, Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to seek Kutaro's Keymaster. Then I made the 4th trade to swap Kutaro's Keymaster and my sage. And now, there isn't even a need to discuss the 5th trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed, I'm a commoner. Ugh. Any other questions?
No, there's something odd about Kaiji's story. It will become clear if I look back at the trade so far. Ja, irgendwas stimmt da nicht. The card I had first was commoner. Kaiji's was Keymaster. And the first trade, the Keymaster was sent to me and my commoner to Kaiji.
Wait,
Stimmt, er kann gar nicht Sage gewesen sein. Next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Kutaro and his commoner went to someone else. Next, the third trade. Sue initiated a trade that sent me the sacrifice and Kutaro the Keymaster. And the 4th trade, the Keymaster went to Kaiji and the Sage to Kutaro. Was nicht aufgeht. That part seems straight, sure enough. It's the Sage card. That's right, the Sage is out of place. Kaiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So why did Kaiji have the Sage at the time of the 4th trade? That just means Kaiji's first card wasn't Keymaster. He's lying about having Sage now. Yeah, das. No, that's not it. What? Hä? But that he was able to see that Kutaro had the Keymaster. Nee, hä? Trades don't make sense like this. That means Kaiji's first card wasn't Keymaster? Hä? Aber er hat doch den Keymaster getan. Oh. Er hat selber gesagt, man kann andere Personen die Karten tauschen. Heißt, er hat von seiner Sage-Position aus den Keymaster getauscht. Kaiji's first card being the Keymaster, that was a lie. Kaiji is a sage from the beginning, and so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why in the first trade he could make me and the person with the Keymaster trade. But if he did that, hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really going to vote for Sue? No? Something's not right. Should discuss this a little more. Don't be stupid. You're a candidate now. The discussion leads to you getting picked. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. And it was wahrscheinlich sacrifice. Are we sure Sue is really a commoner and that Kaiji is the Keymaster? Now. Ich würde das ungern verlieren. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. The fifth trade. Why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? The other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore.
Yeah, meow. This fifth trade should talk about it some. Woof.
If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know? We shouldn't need any more discussions.
Kaiji?
Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, Sue.
Jeder muss das sagen, oder?
That's how it will end.
No. We can't do that, Kaiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth.
Alright. Let's do it! We'll discuss the roles of the four who are in the final vote.
Oh, Kaiji wird sterben, nicht wahr? There's someone who moved Sarah's sacrifice via the fifth trade. If Kaiji is the Keymaster, Sue Kana or now should be the sacrifice, right?
Is the loner really a commoner, meow? Should we believe that? Woof.
So right! Sue was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kana or now. Which of them would have the sacrifice?
I don't believe it. Kaiji und Gitarre lying. Sue hat echt seine Composure verloren. Aber passt das alles nicht trotzdem noch? Ich meine, er hat gelogen, okay. Gelogen darüber, dass er Sage Commoner ist. Und dass er Sage war, aber das ist doch verständlich, oder? Wie machen wir das jetzt also? Ist meine Stimme so gut? Ich weiß es gerade nicht genau. Sekunde, ich mach die mal kurz einen Ticken leiser, weil sie ins Gelbe reinspringt. Ich weiß nicht, ob das gut ist. So. Ja, jetzt passt es wieder. Dann extracten wir mal.
Sarah, you really didn't have tokens, right? You didn't hand someone the sacrifice.
Please, believe me.
Alright. In that case, it's gotta be someone with tokens who made it to the final vote, yeah? Sue or Kana?
Is there any possibility that his Keymaster was sent somewhere else at some point? Kutera's Sage power would let him see that Kaiji is the Keymaster. Then is the possibility zero? Is the loner really a commoner, meow?
What if it's all the loner lying, woof?
Well, I mean, we know the loner.
We don't know the loner. Him not being able to refute anything is weird, meow. Could it be he's actually accomplices with Bucket Girl and putting on an act, meow?
Ich weiß es doch auch nicht, aber ich glaube doch mal, dass Nao den Sacrifice hat. Und dass sie die Punkte gestohlen hat, als sie den Körper untersucht hat.
It's just painful to think it over anymore. Vote for Sue and let's end this, Sarah. That's to say, Sue fell for Kaiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card. He didn't know one lick about the truth. He had stolen my tablet when he knocked me out. Maybe you could have learned my card. But I kept it on me at all times. To avoid just that, kept it tucked beneath my clothes. Sue didn't have a chance to do tomfoolery. He's a commoner.
His tablet, huh? Wait, hast du gesagt? I kept my tablet on me at all times. So, aha, da haben wir es doch. Damn it! Sue isn't seeming very persuasive at all. Nein. Aber wir haben das Tablet. Das ist nämlich falsch. Gyutaro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes?
Yep, take a look, it's right here.
And when you woke up, where was it?
On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table?
I would call it being off you, meow.
As I thought. The tablet Gyutaro has now is a spare. The tablet I picked up was lying near you when you were passed out.
What did you say?
I would assume this is Gyutaro's original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? Sleepless Sue took it? Könnte es das sein? It's because Sue took the tablet from Gyutaro.
What?
But they are locked by fingerprints, woof.
Sure, but while near him he could bypass it by simply pressing the fainted Gyutaro's finger to it.
And so we arrive at an outrageous truth.
What do you mean by that?
Depending on when Sue looked at the tablet, he might have seen through our entire strategy.
What?
The worst time for it would be after the 4th trade. That's when Gyutaro had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Gyutaro's Sage power to also know I was the Keymaster.
So, has Sue just been acting fooled?
Shoot, you got me. Or not? Wonder if I'm acting right now? Or maybe I'm telling the truth? Sue! Not good. Now there's a possibility that Sue has a sacrifice.
So as it stands, there's no way we can vote for Sue.
But that doesn't mean we can just vote for Kenner now either. Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who is safe to vote for.
We gotta find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice.
Ja, das wäre dann Kenner, oder?
Sue's an absolute no-go. He's the most likely to pull this kind of trick. But between Bucket Girl and Bixus now, is there any real difference, woof?
You would need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice of Sarah in the 5th trade. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer.
But I don't know the aim of the one who did the trade. What possibility are there?
But between Bucket Girl and Bixus now, is there any real difference, woof? All I can think of is tokens. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Bixus now only had a little, woof. What do we do now? Meow.
Tokens.
But I can't choose now, or can I, damn it?
Sue hat seine Chance erkannt. Na. Das ist irrelevant, oder? Können wir das applyen? Ah, ne, okay, wir können das hier auf Kaitis Statement lenken. Legend says, now had hardly any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice on Sarah.
Then, is now the one with the least likelihood?
Wait, please! This isn't right.
Bixus, now!
Least likelihood? Are you going to kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion. You're right. We can't end this discussion.
You! What are you saying?
I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Yup. With Sarah, you know it too, don't you? A way for anyone to get tokens from Alice's body. I'm stealing tokens from Alice's body. I knew you could do it.
Bixus now wouldn't do such a thing, meow.
Ich glaube, wir haben bereits entschieden, wer sterben wird am Anfang, als wir uns zwischen Miley und, wie heißt sie? Zetteln entschieden haben. Ich glaube, wenn wir Miley genommen hätten, wären wir mehr auf die Jin-Route gegangen, was er da unten getan hat und alles. But it's true. When I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And now I was closely inspecting the Room of Lies.
Nah, it ain't just now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us gotten those tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess a sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. Then the last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade?
As in, just before the main game started. Woof!
Hope you can find the sacrifice. Oh, was tust du das? Ah. We have to determine based on Sue, Kenna, and Now's actions at the time of the 5th trade.
I was sitting on the stairs thinking back on everything that had happened.
I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that?
Kenna wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly.
Did anybody see what the 3 were doing?
I was just now on the stairs for most of the time. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits. Meow.
Sue's Statement haben wir doch bestimmt was, oder?
There was also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah?
I can't take Sue's claim seriously. Nein, er ist useless. Komplett useless.
If only I hadn't passed out!
Ja, du bist nutzlos. Okay, nutzlos. Kenna, why aren't you speaking? Questioning you. Are you hiding something, Kenna?
Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around there. Really, where were you?
I mean... I was looking for something I dropped.
Something she dropped?
Your friendly policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know a thing.
True. Und die nächste Box wäre bei Sue gewesen, heißt er konnte den Sacrifice nicht geholt haben. Glaube ich. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wer sterben wird.
I eventually went to check the rubble-blocked exit. It was always the same hopeless situation, though. So I don't know what Now was doing at that time.
Das könnte gegeneinander verwenden, damit wir rausfinden, ob Kalti dort war. The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying it's true. Sarah, please save me. Wie saven wir dich? Dich zu voten oder dich nicht zu voten?
I didn't see those 3, Meow. Sorry, Boof.
Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching?
Meow? Yeah. There was a smartphone on the stairs. Woof.
What?
But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape. Meow.
Das Smartphone, das ist von... Warte, du hast was? Das ist das Statement. Okay, das heißt, wir können nicht das Rubble gegen dich verwenden, aber wir können das hier. Dein Fund gegen Kennas Statement verwenden. Kenna, was it the smartphone you lost? How did you know? Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kenna's first trial room. Jill, tell me, where did you pick it up?
It was ways down the stairs, Meow.
Sheesh. She must have dropped it while we were all climbing the stairs, surely.
Kenna zu beschützen? Are you protecting Kenna, Sue?
Me? Sticking up for Kenna? Think back for me.
For me. When we were climbing the stairs, Sue and Kenna were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone, then everyone should have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kenna dropped it while descending the stairs.
Ah!
What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kenna? Because
Sarah, there's a message on this phone. Meow.
Right, that's what Kenna's sister... Huh? It's a different message. Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kenna's turn to protect her big sister. Because that's how Kenna can atone.
This...
Please give that back. Hold on. Did you write this, Kenna?
But Kenna's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is...
No way. Wir. Surely not. Is that right, Kenna? Your sister here is me? Yes. I know it's strange. But Kenna, to Kenna, you're...
And so you wanted to save Sarah that much?
Yes.
Hey, Kenna. Was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you returned to the 3rd floor to trade. Ist doch der 3. Flur? Okay, egal.
Hey now! You're talking like Kennas! Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah?
That's so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive it. Deny it, Kenna.
What worthless reasoning. That's all a load of...
No, it's all correct.
You did it! Don't say anything!
Kenna did the 5th trade. She won't hide the truth anymore.
Kenna!
Kenna did it. She really did it. To protect me. She took the sacrifice for herself.
That's just the worst outcome.
A self-sacrifice? Kenna!
Sure, you caught on at some point, didn't you?
So, sure.
That's why you're trying to move the votes toward Kenna.
Shut up.
Since there was no other way for Kenna to survive.
Please wait. Will you listen carefully to what Kenna has to say?
Was ist es, Kenna?
With the 5th trade, Kenna switched her card and Sarah's card.
Okay, ja, erzähl mehr.
Once she knew escape wasn't possible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart. And she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, Kenna had just kept betraying her sister, the others, Sarah. She just had a feeling that Sue had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. Kenna doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave who what. Even so, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sarah is so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone.
Kenna.
She didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, she didn't want to make Sue a murderer. That seemed more painful than her own death. So she traded her commoner for Sarah's sacrifice.
Kenna.
But the card she received was a commoner.
Huh? What? What's going on here, Kenna?
Kenna doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded cards with Sarah, but it wasn't the sacrifice.
Unthinkable. What is Kenna saying?
It's all true. Please believe me. At any rate,
we just have to talk about Kenna's statement. What the hell? Warum ist der Teil länger als der davor?
I can't believe Bucket Girl. Woof. She's lying to try and confuse us, meow.
Well, maybe Kenna's just messed up who she was trading with or something.
Some unique situation that caused the role to just disappear? Is that possible, I wonder?
You can't trust electronics for shit. The tablet errored and the trade got messed up.
Don't tell me. I wonder if Sue hacked the roll cards themselves. Ja, hat er, oder? Er war doch einmal wieder am machen. I don't know what to believe.
I can't see through the truth in their hearts right now. So we might just have to find the objective truth.
The truth. Sue is hardly saying anything. I can't read his thoughts.
It ain't unthinkable, right, Sarah?
Okay, was los?
This might be an absurd opinion, but
Sue was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wonder, did he hack the card data then? Is that even possible? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but Sue who could cause irregularity, is there? Someone who could cause irregularity? Yup.
I can't believe Bucket Girl. Woof. She's lying to try and confuse us, meow. She's been betraying us over and over, meow. She's even less trustworthy than the loner wolf. Don't trust Bucket Girl, Big Sarah.
Maybe the influence of a Sue's hacking extended to the role data or something. Some nice evidence would make that a whole lot more convincing. Too bad.
I don't know the ring boxes work, but if you're just saying names into the receiver, there could be mistakes. And yet my sacrifice definitely moved. Oh, if it ain't Kenner's mistake, then maybe the floor master purposefully changed destination? Something like that?
Gashu, change the trade?
Huh, come to think. Wasn't Mali talking about some transgression of Gashu's just before the main game? Huh?
Stimmt. Dann lass uns das Store Statement und auf Nows applyen. Ich weiß echt nichts mehr. Ich bin ehrlich. There was a possibility. Something separate from Sue's hacking. An irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by Floor Master Gashu. Huh?
Say what?
Remember what Miley said before the main game?
Gashu, are you listening? You've really gotta muck things up. You've made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game.
Stimmt. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of cards that's tormenting us, could this very issue be Gashu's transgression?
I can't believe Kenner. That's the only explanation. If you believe Kenner, that's the only explanation.
You're saying the coup tempered with the card movement?
But for the Floor Master, what would be the merit of doing that? Well, there's no merit, there's some... Gibt es dafür einen Grund? Ja, wenn sie jemanden umbringen wollten, jemanden bestimmten, der sie nervt. There was some sort of merit, and that's why Gashu pushed us through the argument.
I see. If his goal could be made clear, maybe he would know who he moved the sacrifice to, that is.
Quite the off-mark inference. Is it alright for you to be using your time on this? Gashu, if you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If you can't expose your transgression, this main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chidoin. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my duty as per code.
Huh? You for real?
With 24 hours we could make another shot at escape.
But are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time to spend on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility is respun. The theory wasn't being directed at Gashu. So, please tell us the truth. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll cards too. If we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. Let's all combine forces to win an extension. Kenner...
Yes?
You really don't have the sacrifice?
It's okay. Kenner really doesn't have the sacrifice.
I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. So, that's the truth, Miss Sarah. No lies, no tricks. Alright? Let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gashu's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we could never have reached if we were trapped by endless suspicion. The path of us all trusting each other and battling the kidnappers head on. Together, we'll expose Gashu's misdeed. Also Gashu, was sagst du? Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade.
You think he had the sacrifice?
go to someone he wanted to kill?
Or else you think there was somebody who gosh who didn't want to die?
Is there any answer in the clues we have left?
There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody.
Stimmt.
It's out there, but
Maybe in reality, Gashu is an ally. Like he wanted this to be exposed, so he could put a stop to the main game. Is that too unthinkable? Nicht wirklich, nein.
So Gashu's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, sure, but it's just one possibility. There's something curious about the antagonism between Gashu and Miley.
Definitiv.
Is there any answer in the clues we have left? Out of all the evidence we've so far, is there anything related to this transgression?
Ja? Bestimmt. If there is, I should show it to Kenna. If there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. Okay. You think he had the sacrifice go to someone he wanted to kill?
The Cute hates one of us in particular. He wanted him to be killed via the sacrifice in the main game, even if it meant tampering.
But who in the world would that be?
Obviously, it's gonna be the guy who made an escape plan and ruined his honor as a floor master. The Hackerman himself, Sue!
Nein, das kann nicht sein, das würdest du wissen, dass das nicht er ist. Er konnte das durch gewinnen. Jetzt fundamental issue that sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Or else you think there was somebody who gosh didn't want to die. Kann auch sein. Haben wir ein Item? War irgendwas von dem, was hat... Is there an answer in the clues we have left? Was genau wollt ihr nochmal wissen? Also, out of all the evidence you've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression? Is there something like that? Wir haben das Rulebook? Nein, nein. Ich glaube, die Stun Gun auch irrelevant. Wir haben das Tablet und das Victim-Video. Irrelevant, irrelevant. Wir haben die Namensliste. Wir können es einmal probieren. Wir können das mal probieren. Okay, nein, 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 okay, ist es nicht. Security Footage hat nichts damit zu tun. Nein, nein, nein. Nein, nein. Das heißt, ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube nicht. No, none of the evidence.
Yeah, what I thought. We've discussed all of the evidence already. Unless there's some new evidence that hasn't come up in discussion, I don't see any leads.
Some yet unused evidence? Ja, das 4 Papers, but wie hat das damit zu tun? Stun Gun, Tablet, Victim Video, Security Footage. Probieren wir das jetzt nochmal aus. Ach, jetzt funktioniert's, ja klar. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster.
It looks kind of familiar. It's just like the torn paper I found on the first floor, meow.
So, what use could this have?
Why do you have that? Miley? Cursor, handing internal documents to participants.
Internal documents? Gashu, just what is this roster?
What indeed?
He caught on to the fact I don't know what this means.
You did good, Sarah.
Huh?
Gashu just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out.
Whatever you could mean.
Kai was a whole lot better at playing dumb, huh?
What meaning could these papers have? I can't even guess, but there's value in solving this mystery.
We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about this roster.
There are 4 bound sheets and 4 names on each sheet.
Besides our name, there's a bunch of names I've never even heard.
Huh, this roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name.
Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh?
A roster? It's reminding me of something, meow.
If you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman, and we'll look at it together. Ja, gerne.
Let's check it together, Sarah.
Ja. Ist da irgendwas Relevantes? Es gibt doch ein 5. Das wissen wir auch. Okay. Wir gehen das mal durch. Okay, also. Wir haben Highschool-Student Sarah Chido, 50,5. Okay, passt. Du bist irrelevant. Ex-Detective, ja, okay, passt. Gutero, WW, Baseballer, passt ebenfalls. Shunsuke Hayasake. Anzuki Nashi, Requiem Busame, Mai Tsurugi. Passt auch. Alice Yabusame, Murderer. High School Student, Detective, passt ebenfalls. Kazumi Mishima, High School Teacher, passt auch. Shin Tsukimi. Das stört mich gerade ein bisschen. Dieses Shin Tsukimi. Jin Ibushi, Inako Hoshuke. Der Rest passt. Was hast du zu sagen?
Who would have made this roster, I wonder?
Probably Miley. It's what Gashu's reactions seem to indicate too.
Is there no follow-up to these sheets?
Follow-ups? No, there wasn't anything else.
Is that so? Sorry. Look at this. The names are sorted by percentage. Ah, how creepy. What sort of statistics are these numbers supposed to represent?
These numbers definitely stick out as odd. Might say Holzer keeps solving this?
Roster, it's reminding me of something, meow. Roster. Ah, I remember it, meow. The bar on the first floor, woof. There was a list of names on the blackboard, meow.
Now that you mention it, that was a roster too, but I couldn't possibly recall everyone's name.
I memorized it, meow.
Huh?
Ken Twink was Alice, Kai Kazumi, Kai Chishizuka, Su, Naomichi, Mai, Bigumi, Reku Kutaro, meow. Ken Twink was Anzu, Kenna, Jin, Kugie, Sarah, Joe, Nao, Hinako, Ranwaru. Woof!
That's amazing, Jin.
Easy as in learning the prefectures of Japan. Meow. By the way, Big Sarah, your roster is missing the names Kai, So, Kugie, Joe, and Nao.
Kai? Okay, stimmt, Kai, ja. Joe stimmt, ja. Nao stimmt, Nao fehlt auch. This is important information.
Was it useful, meow?
Ja. Ein Freund hat gesagt, Chiefs sozusagen. Irgendwas richtig Relevantes?
Viele Namen. Tons of those peeps, I don't know. Are these people who died in the first trial before they could meet us?
That might be it.
How many people these kidnappers gonna kill until they're satisfied? Nah, now's not the time to get emotional.
Irrelevant. Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say? Sorry. No ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts no reason from. Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. 4 of us? Ja. Das heißt, wir nehmen deins und ballern das auf Su's. Sue, what did you just say? Huh? That there are 4 people's names missing.
Meow, Kai, Su, Kugie, Joe, and Nao aren't listed, so... Huh? That's 5. Woof!
Huh? I guess I rushed and miscounted. Sorry.
Hey, do we really need to worry about little mistakes right now?
That mistake isn't just a trivial issue. Why did Sue get it wrong? That's what's important. Gashu, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster. Plus we have 5 who are unlisted. Doesn't that add up to 21?
One too many.
What did that mean, meow? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard. Woof!
Well then, let's compare the names on the paper roster with those on this blackboard. The blackboard names were like this. First, the 5 not listed on the roster are Kai, Sue, Kukie, Joe, and Now. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. Shin fehlt, ne? The second sheet, similarly, all 4 names are here. The third sheet, this one too. And the fourth sheet,
Shin Tsukimi. That's the only person not on the blackboard, meow.
We've derived a 21st person.
So what the hell is this?
Who is Shin Tsukimi? Right, unknown, one among us. Einer von uns. Is one of us? Okay, let's calm down. What does that mean exactly? An alias? If someone is using an alias, I see. Shin Tsukimi is one of us. And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard.
No way.
Interesting. If you follow that logic, Shin Tsukimi has already been identified.
Say what?
Sarah, let's work this out. If all these names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed.
Someone not on the roster. It's one of the people not on the paper roster. Kai, Sue, Cookie, Joe, or Now.
Right, you are.
Alright, let's discuss those 5 names.
Wir wissen, es ist Sue. It's obvious.
This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember?
I'm using my real name too. It was written there at the price exchange, right?
Kugie is the name of Kenna's sister. If Big Bro Joe was using the fake name because Sarah would figure out right away, meow.
Kai's name was on his laptop. Based on the email logs, should be his real name.
If you want to check the roster, come tell Mr. Policeman anytime.
Wir fangen mal mit dir an. Genau deshalb.
What's the matter,
Kaiji?
Oh, just impressed by how calmly he could lie.
Lie?
Sarah, recall the price exchange.
The price exchange? Huh. Remember, there were photos, but no names anywhere. Oh, was that right? I must have had it wrong.
So, what exactly are you afraid of?
Afraid? Sue is...
You said you would tell the truth, right? To defeat Gaisho together. We are your allies. Try trusting us, Sue. No. Shin Tsukimi.
Sue is Shin Tsukimi? I want to trust you all too! But Sue, he's trying to say something. In that case, I'll draw it out. Sein verkuppeltes Herz. Das wird wahrscheinlich das schwerste jetzt werden von all denen. Ah, kann nicht weg, Herz. Herz, du hängst uns am Herzen. So, erwache. Oder Shin. So, this is a moment to reveal your true self. My real name is Shin Tsukimi. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of the roster.
You know about it, meow?
Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What did he say?
Tell us, what the heck does this thing mean?
It's the victory rates for the participants in the death game. There's a weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everyone's chances of surviving the death game to the end. Their odds of winning.
The dumbass? How would they figure that out?
Because they just sort of guessed. They tested it with AIs. They used the AIs of us to run tests. Right, they ran simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was. And I saw my own percentage. 0. Certain death. I absolutely can't survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm going to be killed. Everyone will vote for me and kill me. I don't want that. Hey. Hiya. A shadow illuminated by light spoke to me. Just a random question. But you know what a majority vote is, yes? He talked to me and cornered me. Okay then, let's go. It hurts. Stop. Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who will be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Shin Tsukimi away. So. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But time has expired, everyone. We are out of time? Sorry, it's nearly time for voting.
Hold on a sec, our discussion.
Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster, did that make any progress?
That's... Hey, Sue, you got any more info on this roster?
If I did, I wouldn't hide it now.
Sarah, is there any other evidence that proves this transgression?
Evidence of transgression? Bestimmt. Have important evidence. Let us hear it. What would that be? Nein, haben wir nicht. Unfortunately, that appears to prove nothing. No way. It is hopeless? Maybe there's nothing else we can do. Are you giving up, Sarah? I rewrote the blackboard and also I destroyed my own monitor in the monitor room. I've told you everything, just like I swore. So please, save me. Win us an extension, please. Natürlich. I feel it. Sue's trust in me. A real bond. Of course I will, Sue. Sarah!
That's our last chance.
Doesn't matter what. Find something connected to this transgression. We all think about it and win, meow. No slacking, Lola.
Yeah, I know. Guys, our discussion's definitely progressing. We unravel the mystery of this roster. Let's trust that the truth of this transgression lies beyond that answer. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. Progress. Got it? This roster lists the chances of survival for the participants in the death game. You said they determined these chances of victory by running simulations with eyes, right? There's something about these sheets we are still overlooking.
There only being 16 names make you wonder, right?
If Sue was an alias, that means there's actually 4 not listed, right?
Kai, Cookie, Joe, and now. Are the 4 not on the roster, meow?
Kinda curious how Sarah's chances of victory are the highest, huh? Aber wo genau diese Transgression lag und was wir mit all dem anfangen können, erfahren wir erst beim nächsten Mal. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis dahin und ciao. Bei Your Turn to Die.